Hello guys, today we are going to do a quick tour of my garden of the 2025 fall garden. Well, fall winter garden. I don't have much going on just because I wanted to rest for a bit. But I'll give you a quick tour. Okay. So these are my beds. They're put to bed already. So they're put to bed. I got my strawberry bed here. And I did mulch it and I did feed it, so it's ready for spring. Here, these two beds, I grew, well, I didn't put a whole bunch of garlic. I just put garlic in the front and on the sides of these beds. So from what I was reading, you're not supposed to put like garlic where you grew onion just because they're in the same family, but I think it'll be fine. So I also put some garlic on this bed right here, just on the side, nothing too crazy. This is my flower bed, which I put to bed, and I gotta rake some more leaves and I gotta put it on top. The wind came and blew everything out. Okay, so now we're coming to our garlic bed. So this is our garlic bed. We have 1, 2, 3 garlic beds. I was gonna do 4 and I had plenty to plant, but I was thinking, I'm like, I think 3 garlic beds is gonna be enough. That is gonna last me for a whole year. Plus what I'm gonna save to grow for the next season. So I just decided to do 3, and the majority of the garlic that I planted is from Mad River garlic, and I do have some from at my gardener. And then I was gonna plant this out too with garlic. I might, because I still have garlic, I might do that tomorrow. And then tomorrow is going to be the big day of me closing the garden completely, where I am going to put all my beds to bed. I just have these and my carrots. So these are 2 beds I'm not going to put to bed because obviously I have carrots and I have cauliflower. So that is what I am doing now. Okay, and I will buy some more garden beds, but me and my husband were talking about getting some fruit trees, and I was thinking of putting fruit trees here in this area, along this area, because we either want to get fruit trees or meat chickens. But I was thinking, if we had meat chickens, we would have to put them like in this area right here. But I think I'm going more for the fruit trees, but I don't know. I was just looking at here right now. And these, okay, so this area does get sun. It gets a lot of sun in the summer. And in spring we do get sun. It doesn't get a lot of sun in the winter, in the fall, winter. But in the fall and winter, I'm not growing much because, you know, I'm burned out from the spring summer garden. So I'm not really worried about that. But in the summer and spring summer, it does get a whole lot of sun here. So I'm going to put some garden beds there. A small garden bed here. And I'm going to put probably 2, 4 more garden beds here. And thinking of putting a small orchard here. But my only worry about that is these trees. But we'll figure that out. And then I'm going to put some elderberry in this area right here. but we'll get there when we get there. Because me and my husband were talking about, like, we don't throw parties. Like, you know, I have a stepson, but he's 16, and like he comes and visits us. But none of his friends come here. So we're like, I want to use this area because it's just sitting here idle. And I was talking to my husband, and he's the one actually that's like, oh, I thought you were gonna put more garden beds. So I did not put garden beds because I was thinking he didn't want me to, because I thought he wanted this area to just be like this. But I guess he was like, oh, well, I thought you were gonna put more garden beds. And I was like, no, because I thought you didn't want me to. So so I didn't. But now that I know that he's fine with it, I'm gonna put more garden beds. And of course, I just don't do things without, you know, because I would like to have his opinion too, because he lives here too. It's not only me. But I mean, he never says no to me, so just occasionally. And my chickens are doing good. We had, for the first time for having chickens, this is gonna be my 4th year having chickens. We got, like 2 years ago, we got one chicken attacked by a hawk. But she's okay. She survived. And the second attack was a raccoon. And unfortunately, this happened about 3 weeks ago. And she did not make it. She was gone by the time. It was definitely either a raccoon or a possum. And then we've been getting pressure from predators and hawks. We've been having hawks perch there, perch here. That's why we put that spindly thing, so that they won't perch, because they want to get the chickens. And especially it's during this time, fall, when it comes to fall and winter, and in the beginning of spring, that's when we get the most pressure from hawks, because, you know, food is source and it's getting cold. But once summer comes, we don't get so much pressure, because all these trees are lush with leaves, so it's hard for hawks to come down. So if you're ever gonna get trees, if you're ever gonna get chickens, think about putting your run or your coop where there's a lot of trees, because hawks have a hard time swooping down. But in the fall and winter, especially if you live where leaves fall and the trees get naked, you want to think about that too. And lately we've been having a lot of pressure from hawks and unfortunately raccoons too. We only got either a raccoon or possum. Don't know what it was, but I think it was either or. So I've been having them in their coop for about, I think it's been a week that they were in their coop in lockdown, because so you want to have them locked down, especially from predators that fly. You want to have them in the coop for a week so that they won't see them and then they won't come back. So they've been out in their cooped up for about a week. It's their first day being out, and they are happy. They're still afraid to come out. So there's still a lot in, but I'm here. So when I'm here, they come out. But when I go back in, they stay in their coop. So we're just trying to figure out what we're gonna do and what's our next plan for that. Okay, so now I'm gonna take you to the other part of my garden. Okay, so this is the second part of my garden. Here it's a bit tricky to garden. Here gets the most sun in this area, in this part of my yard. But I have dogs, and if you have dogs, you know that they like to dig and they like to rip things out, especially plants. So in the, sorry guys, I'm moving you a lot. So in when I had my garden, I had to put a netting. It's for dogs, cats, any type of critters that would want to damage your garden. So I use those posts to put my my netting so my dogs won't go into my beds. And I only had to leave that on for about, I don't know, for about a month or so, until just so my plants would get established and my dogs won't, because when plants get too big, they're not interested in going in the beds. So I had to put that. If you're gardening with dogs, just make sure to put, and it's very cheap on Amazon. You could get it for like 10 bucks, 12 bucks. So if you have dogs and your dogs are destroying your garden, you could use that netting and it will keep them away from the garden. So I'm gonna put one more bed here. I gotta leave this area clear because we do have a pool, and when we clean the pool, we gotta have some space for the line when we backwash our pool. But I'm gonna have one more bed there, and I think I'm gonna take these out because you know, we really like cabbage, and and I use cabbage for chicken feed too. But me and my husband, we really like broccoli and cauliflower, and this broccoli and cauliflower is not looking too great. I think frost got to it, and I don't know if you could see right there, that is a broccoli head. But I don't know, a bug came, and what I should have done, I should have put some bug netting, and that's what I'm going to do in the spring, and I think my broccoli will do much better. But right now it's not looking good. So here I had my tomato bed, and here are my my grow bags, and I will put some compost. Okay, and here I have these beds here, and here I'm gonna fill these up in the spring. So these are gonna get filled in the spring. Sorry, I got a call from my husband. Okay, so what I was saying was, I'm gonna fill these up in the springtime, early spring. So they'll be ready to plant. I will be having some more, I will add some more to line this area right here. I think I can fit, what, 1, 2, like 4 more. And I'm gonna leave this area open because my dog likes to come in this area. And then here I'm gonna put probably 3 more 8x4s, and here I still haven't decided. I think I am going to have probably like, I think I can fit like 4 more all the way over there. 4 more, I think. And I think I'm either gonna have another berry patch or some flowers. Maybe have like, I don't know, 2 more blackberry beds, and 2 more raspberries, and 2 more blueberries. So we'll see. Or I also was thinking of doing a asparagus bed. This might be an asparagus bed, but I still don't know. Okay, so now we're gonna walk to our berry patch. So here I have 2 of my strawberry beds that are doing amazing, and these I have not mulched, and I don't know if I'm gonna mulch them. I think I'm just gonna leave them like this, and I think I am gonna feed them before cold winter comes in. But those are doing amazing. I think here I'm gonna put another bed, maybe a 6x3, And I am going to put maybe some more strawberries or some blackberries, because we like blackberries and raspberries. So these are my blackberries, these two right here, and I pruned them. And these are my raspberries right here, and I pruned these two, and you see that new growth is coming. But I don't think it's gonna do much because we're barely entering winter. Here's another strawberry bed right here, which is doing great. Actually, it's exploded. And here I have another bed that I see strawberries spilling over, but I'm gonna fill this up and I'm gonna put two blackberry plants here, no, blueberry plants here, and here I have another bed that I'm gonna put a blueberry plant. So this is my berry patch, and that is the garden, the fall winter garden. I don't have much going on. I will extend my garden, so come and see what I grow for 2026. Everything is pretty much gone, but next year I'm gonna expand my garden a lot more. I'm gonna put more beds in that area, so I'm pretty excited for that. And I can't wait until the 2026 garden to start. I'm actually gonna start my leucanthemums flowers today, because, and that's the first thing I'm gonna start for 2026 season, is the leucanthemums, because the leucanthemum flower needs about 5 to 6 months to grow. So it's a slow grower, but it's also tricky to grow. So we're gonna attempt it, and we shall see how it goes. So I'm pretty excited, guys. I'm pretty excited. I have a lot of big things coming to the garden. I never thought I would have a size like this in my home. This is a dream come true for me, and I know this is my first time ever growing a garden this size. I mean, when I was in California, I had a container garden, and it was in a patio. Nothing this size. So we are pretty excited for the 2026 garden, and we shall see how it goes. So all this is going to be garden beds, and I am pretty excited for that. So we shall see how everything goes, and we're excited. And I'll bring you in this journey. There won't be a lot of planting videos because it's the beginning of winter, but I'll have some cooking videos to post. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Bye.